Oh hey gorgeous, let's talk about how to be a bad bitch. I got this question on my Instagram when I asked you guys what YouTube content you want to see from me. So without further ado, let me help all you bad bitches right now. We're going to talk about it because I have not always been one. It took me a long time to get past my insecurities and to clear up a lot of the negativity for myself that I had within myself to become who I am today. So am I happy to spill the tea so that we can all rise up and conquer together? Yes, absolutely I am. Okay, first of all, bad bitches wear what they want. I know this is a hard one because you're gonna deal with critique. It's inevitable. People are gonna judge you for whatever you decide to wear. You cover up too much, they judge you. You don't wear enough, they judge you. You wear something that's bold, they judge you. You wear sweatpants, they judge you. I promise you, it's gonna happen inevitably. But bad bitches don't give a fuck. Because we are not preoccupied with what other people are thinking about us and our outfits. We wear what we want to wear because it feels good to us. It makes us feel confident. We feel like baddies when we wear that outfit. And we are not preoccupied with the criticisms from other people because they just, who gives a shit? They're gonna think what they're gonna think. That has nothing to do with you and has way more to do about them and their mental headspace. For them to be able to sit back and judge you like that says more about them than it does about you anyways. So wear what you want. Wear what feels good to you, whatever that is, and own it, and do not apologize for it. Another thing that bad bitches do is they walk with their head held high. Whenever I am out and about, I make it a matter to walk with my head up, my chin up, and with my shoulders back, and with power in my step. It gives this demanding presence, not that you're being demanding, but your presence demands respect, and that you have respect for yourself, and that you feel confident, you feel good in yourself. And I promise, even if you don't feel good, you don't feel confident, if you do these little things, you start to feel better right away. You start to feel more sassy and more just proud of yourself by just doing these physical things. So next time you're out and about, we don't want any of this. No slumped, no looking down, avoiding eye contact. That's another thing that bad bitches do, is they maintain eye contact because nobody's gonna make us uncomfortable. If anything, we will intimidate you. So when you go out, you walk with your head held high, with your shoulders back, and with power and pride in your step. Own that. Next up, bad bitch's energy leaves an impression. Most people, when they go into a room, the energy of the room affects their energy, not bad bitches. Our energy affects the room. It kind of goes in line with you being in control of how you feel. It is not on us to take on the energy of everything that's going on around us. If you are dealing with a mopey friend, it's not on you to get mopey with your mopey friend, okay? It's on you to carry your bad bitch energy over to your friend, so then she too feels like a bad bitch. We leave impressions. We don't let other people's and their energy leave impressions on our energy. So you need to maintain your vibe, you need to maintain your badness. And don't be fazed by whatever the energy of the room is. Bad bitches set boundaries. This has been a hard one for me, and I'm learning, and I've learned a lot this year, because a lot of us, especially as women, we tend to be people pleasers. we have been raised in a society that tells us that we serve the public. And bad bitches have boundaries. There are going to be people there's going to be people that say things to you, that do things that make you uncomfortable. And it is on you to put your foot down and say, that's not okay. And you don't have to be rude about it. However, there's a difference between actually being rude, and there's a difference between people interpreting you as being rude or being a bitch because you're actually standing up for yourself. So you need to learn the difference, because I promise you, when you start setting boundaries, there's gonna be people who don't like it. I think society in general is not used to women standing up for themselves. So the moment you start to do it, people are gonna consider you a bitch. And that's okay. That's, again, that's on them for thinking that way. And you are setting boundaries, and that's perfectly healthy. So just don't be fearful in that. And even if you are afraid and you're nervous to make a confrontation about something that was said, and just like draw the line, you know, this can be done with family members. Sometimes can be the worst with this. I know family thinks they have the audacity to cross our boundaries more than anybody else because they're related to us, and that's absolutely not the case. So set your foot down and be clear, this is not okay with me, and I would appreciate it if you don't do this. And if people do not respect your boundaries, then you need to follow through with consequences. And I can't give you specific examples because this can go in so many different ways, but you have to make it clear to people that if they do not respect the boundaries that you have set, then they will have to face consequences for those boundaries, or else they'll never learn. If they cross your boundary and if they cross your boundary and you let it slide, then they're gonna think, oh, I can just do it again. And I could do it again, and I could do it again and do it. No, and that's not okay. You set those boundaries and you stand by them because you're a bad bitch. Next thing, bad bitches prioritize themselves. Now I know this can be a tough one because some of you might be considering your kids or your spouses and things like that. But let me tell you, you cannot pour from an empty cup. And what happens is you keep going above and beyond to make everyone else your priority, then you're running yourself dry and there's nothing left for you. So you need to be able to prioritize yourself for the sake of being able to give more to your loved ones as well. And what I mean by this is, let's say you have work planned for the day, and I've been in this situation so many times. I have work planned for the day, and somebody comes in out of nowhere and says, do you want to go do this fun thing? I know if I need to prioritize myself, my goals, and what I have planned for my future, I need to be able to say, no, I can't do that, I'm working on this, and prioritize myself and what I need. Or prioritize your feelings as well. Prioritize your self-care. These are things that if they're left not done for too long, then you start to feel like your time and your energy is now in the hands of everyone around you. And you're giving yourself nothing. You're running yourself dry for the satisfaction of all the people around you. And it's just very, it can be really, really draining after a while. So make sure you're taking time to prioritize yourself. And with that being said, you know, prioritizing yourself and setting boundaries kind of go hand in hand in a lot of ways. So you need to be able to say, I know what works best for me, and I know what I have planned for my future, and I need to be able to do these things to be able to get there. And if anybody wants to come in and stir the pot, I have to make sure that I stand with my priorities first. Okay. This next one, I feel like I see people arguing about this all over all over on the internet, but I'm gonna say my piece and what works best for me. Obviously, everybody has their opinions, but bad bitches are independent. And when I say independent, I mean you don't need to rely on anyone else to get done what you need to get done for your life. So that can mean a whole bunch of things. If that means you are incapable of going to the mall without bringing somebody along with you because you can't do anything by yourself, that's an example. Or you don't have the financial means, and so you rely on everyone around you to be able to provide in order to get things that you need to get done for your career or whatever it is. So there's lots of different things where independence comes into play. But the biggest thing overall is that you're okay on your own. Now that doesn't mean that you need to be on your own or that it's healthy to always be on your own and do everything on your own, but you're okay. You got your own back, you can provide for yourself, and you have you to rely on. Now, this is not to say that you shouldn't ask for help sometimes, or that you shouldn't allow yourself to receive support from other people, but you need to be able to give and provide to yourself with at least like across the board, and that way you're not dependent on other people, because other people are flaky. And you know what you're gonna do, but you never know how other people are gonna be or what they're gonna do. And it's always ever changing, even if it's somebody you feel you know very well. So it's important that you got your back. So that is what I'll say about that. And let me know what you feel. So I feel like so many people have different opinions on this. So bad bitches don't put up with the bare minimum. I wish I could just say this to so many people. There are so many women that endure the bare minimum, usually out of fear that something better may not come along. And this can be for so many things, for relationships, for jobs, for all kinds of things. But especially for relationships, bad bitches don't put up with that shit. If you are barely meeting the bar, you need to be giving more to, like, when I say giving, I mean love, affection. There's all these things more to me than I'm able to give to myself, because I am fully content on my own and in my own solitude and in my own independence. So if you're gonna come along and use some of my energy by being with me, then you need to be adding value to my life, and that's more value than I'm already giving to myself. So bad bitches know their worth, and they will not settle for less than that. If somebody doesn't answer your text back, bad bitches don't sit around all day and wonder when they're gonna get a text back. Bad bitches go on with their fucking day and they do what they have to do for their own life. We're not preoccupied with people who are not showing us our worthiness. So, bad bitches know what they want and they go after it. Now, all of us have different goals and visions for our lives, but what's important is that you have a vision and you're taking the actionable steps to get there. Bad bitches aren't just sitting around and waiting for things to happen for them. We move forward and we take charge and we do what we need to do to accomplish what we want to accomplish in our lives. So set the vision for yourself. Make a vision board if you're a visual seer, but you need to sit down and be very specific about what it is that you want for your life. And maybe you don't have all the answers right now for the entire rest of your whole life, but have something for this year, or even for this next 6 months, or even this month, or even tomorrow. Something as like close as that, but you need to have a vision for what it is that you want, and you go after that shit. Bad bitches take charge of their lives. Bad bitches are confident. And I was not always confident. I think when most people, I have a lot of people that just assume that I've always been confident. That's so not the case. There was several years of my life where I was extremely insecure, carried so much self-hatred, very low self-esteem. And I want to be clear that confidence is something that you have to continuously work on, especially as women. Everything in this society is trying to tear us down and make us feel less than what we are. So we have to do everything in our power to go against that and to build up our own confidence. And even if you don't feel confident, simply acting confident can start to get you in the right direction. I remember when I had low self-esteem from a past relationship that I had had, when I met my best friend, I love you, Kai. When I met my best friend, she had such a strong and bold and confident presence about her that it was so contagious, and just being around her made me hold my head up higher and feel more confident and be more confident. So even acting as if, even if you're not quite feeling it yet, can totally take you on the right path. And it's all, our physical so much connects to our emotional state of being as well. So you're so easily able to trick your body emotionally by doing things physically, like standing proud and doing things like walking with confidence in your step. And those things really do translate over to your mental space after doing them enough times. So even if you're not feeling confident, keep working on it. You can get there. Like, there is not a single one of you that cannot be confident. Like, it's just not in the cards for you. No. Every single one of you can be confident. It's like a muscle. You need to train it. So keep working on it. It doesn't happen overnight, but it will happen over time. So you go on with your confident self. Okay. Lastly, I will leave you with this. Bad bitches don't give a fuck about society's opinions. You're gonna hear so many opinions about what you should do with your life, what you should be wearing, how much makeup you should be wearing, who you should be dating, everything. You're gonna hear opinions about every little aspect of your entire life. And it's important that you don't give a fuck. You know what's right for you and for your life. And other people have not walked a mile in your shoes. And they can make assumptions as to what's best for you based off of their own life experience that they're projecting onto you, but they don't know what's right for you. You know what's right for you. And so it's important that you don't take what people say, whether it's negativity or whether it's people kind of coming at you with a positive angle but still critiquing something you're doing. There's lots of different ways that people try to tell you what to do with your life. And it's important that, sure, you can, now it depends. If it's like somebody that has a positive intention, sure, you can hear them out, and then you don't have to do it if you don't want to. Don't be swayed by what everybody else wants you to do, because what happens is at the end of the day, you're no longer yourself. You've then turned into all of like a bazillion different people's opinions in a person. If I wore or did my makeup or this and this and this, did the job that all these people had set out for me when I was growing up, I would be very, very different than who I am today. But those people, even if they have good intentions, which most people really don't, especially on the internet, if I did that, then I wouldn't be me. And it's important that you're true to you, and you don't need to be swayed by the opinions of anyone, family included. You do you, stay true to you, own your integrity in who you are and find your truth and stand by that. And I'm not gonna say it's easy and you will get backlash, but who gives a fuck? You'll get through it. You'll be okay. And you're gonna own who you are, which is the best thing that you could do for your life, is just being proud of who you are and shameless in who you are. So I hope you guys enjoyed some of the tips in this video. And all of you are already bad bitches. Let's be clear. I know this video is how to be a bad bitch, but let's be clear. You're all already bad bitches, and it's maybe just time that you realize it and you come into it more. So let me know what are some things that you do to feel like a baddie in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video or any kind of videos like this, please give it a like, a thumbs up. It majorly helps out my channel. And if you like empowering content, I'm trying to uplift y'all and just make us all feel good, please do subscribe so you could see more. And I guess there's like a bell that you could hit so you get notified or whatever. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you